President Trump is denying there are tensions between his cabinet members and Elon Musk over the actions taken by Musk's Department of Government Efficiency.
I don't think the tensions are high. Look, Elon's a very special person, and these cabinet people are special people. You know, these are very successful people, or they wouldn't have gotten, they've attained the highest heights of government. I think they have a fantastic relationship to Elon. And Doge has been incredible.
Comments come after the New York Times reported tensions boiled over between Musk and Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy during a cabinet meeting last week. This, as the New York Times also reports, tensions are growing between Musk and another key figure in Trump's movement, former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon. With us now, New York Times White House correspondent Tyler Pager. Tyler, thank you. You are also the author of the upcoming book 2024, How Trump Retook the White House and Democrats Lost America. Tyler, is there anything to this continuing narrative that there is major tension between Trump, some of his cabinet members, and Elon Musk?
Yeah, I think it's important. As you noted, my colleagues Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan reported on this explosive meeting inside the White House last week where the cabinet officials really went after Elon Musk and said, the work that he's doing does have some consequences. I think the precursor to some of this is a lot of Republicans in Congress are having challenges with town halls as their constituents raise concerns about the work of Doge. One of the things that the Republicans and the Trump administration is dealing with is implementing this idea, which a lot of people in theory agree with, of trying to cut government waste and spending. But how exactly do you go about doing it? Elon Musk has this slash and burn practice that he's implemented at the other companies he's taken over, like X, formerly known as Twitter, where really he just comes in and fires a whole bunch of people. With the government, there are obviously consequences to that. And so it is clear that there has been some pushback, some resistance, some frustration even from not just Trump's cabinet, but also Republican members of Congress over this approach and what its implications are for Americans around the country.
And in a post on X this morning, Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced 83% of programs are canceled at the U.S. Agency for International Development and thanked Doge for his help in achieving its goals. What should we make of this?
Yeah, I think that post on X was quite interesting. If you'll note there, one of the things Secretary Rubio said in that comment was that after a 6-week review process, he was trying to make clear that this was a process that was, intentional, and they really thought through exactly which programs they were going to cut. Obviously, that stands in contrast to some of the ways the USAID cuts were made. We saw Elon Musk's Doge crew go in and just basically shut down the entire agency. Also, I think what's interesting here is Marco Rubio taking credit for that decision, sort of laying it out a little bit more cleanly than, the way that we've seen Doge go about its work so far. Obviously, we also know, as Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, told reporters this weekend, President Trump had dinner with Marco Rubio and Elon Musk. Clearly, the president is concerned and frustrated that this meeting has been reported by my colleagues and is trying to smooth over any of the tensions there. So it seems like they're back on that foot there. But, it is still just the early days of the Trump administration, and it'll be interesting to see how long Elon Musk stays in the good graces of not just President Trump, but the broader cabinet.
And Tyler, what's behind Steve Bannon's ongoing attacks on Musk?
Yeah, I think what's interesting here is the sort of ideological divide between these two key figures in President Trump's orbit. Steve Bannon has been preaching about populism, railing against, in his parlance, globalists and billionaires like Elon Musk. And now the movement is trying to accommodate both of these individuals. Elon Musk is someone that was not a Trump supporter. He even admitted at CPAC last month that he leaned Democrat. And so, this is a fight that is ongoing and tells us a lot about, what the future of the MAGA movement might look like.
Tyler Pager, it's great seeing you. I thank you very much.